Hi, during this video I'm going to show you how to terminate the ends on armored cable. I just wanted to quickly talk about what armored cable consists of. Okay, there's different types of armored cable. The one I have in my hand here is what we call AC90. Okay, it's armored cable. AC stands for armored cable, and the 90 is talking about the 90-degree temperature rating of the wires within the armored cable. Okay, this one over here, this appears to be armored cable as well. Okay, but what this is actually referred to as armored flex. Okay, so there is no wires in this cable, but the way that we cut this cable is very similar to how we cut the AC90. This one here, this is NMD90. NMD90 stands for non-metallic dry, and the conductors are rated for 90 degrees. This is the cable we would use in wood stud walls. As soon as we start moving into commercial grade, where you're running cables through steel stud walls, you have to provide protection to the conductors in the form of armor. So this is the equivalent of this when we're doing commercial. All right, so I'm going to show you two different procedures for removing the armor on an armored AC90 cable. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hacksaw method, and depending on the type of armored cable, this is the preferred method. When I deal with flex or when I deal with tech cable, I prefer to use the hacksaw. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hacksaw and you're going to take your armored cable and you're going to position your hacksaw so that it is 45 degrees from the armor itself. And you're just going to slowly cut through the armor, and it's just aluminum, so it cuts fairly fast. After you've sliced through a complete length, you're going to rotate this around and it just pulls right out. And you're going to take that armor piece and you're going to throw it in the garbage. This is a huge cause for injuries for electricians in the field, tripping and rolling their ankles. All right, so that's the first way of removing the armor jacket. I'm going to pause the video so that you can try it out yourself. Welcome back. I'm going to show you the second method of removing the armor from the armored cable. So I'm going to do that to the other side. I'm going to take my armor, I'm going to grasp the end and I'm going to twist it and fold it. You're going to feel the armor break. You're going to take the armor and you're going to open up the armor. It's kind of hard to see here, but you're going to break open the armor. Once the armor is broken open, you're going to take your side cutters, cut the link, and that opens the armor. So this method works. They both work. This gives you a cleaner cut. This is a little bit faster to do. So depending on the era of electrician, okay, you're going to see one method or the other. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll let you try this. Welcome back. Okay, so the next part here is we're going to be putting our ends onto the armored cable. All right, this particular armored cable I have is a 14-3, which means there's a red wire here as well. You very well might have a 14-2, but it doesn't really matter for this exercise. Before I put this end on, however, I'm just going to trim this edge. There's a sharp edge, and sometimes that's one of the problems when you break armor, the second method that I showed you. So you can just use your side cutters to trim the edge so that there's no sharp part. So we have possibility of sharp armor, okay, in close proximity to a wire. So we want to protect the wire from damage from the armor. And that's where we're going to use what we call an anti-short. And it's a red bushing that you slide between the armor and the conductors. And this red bushing provides an abrasive protection so that the wires aren't damaged. We're going to do that on both sides. Okay, after you have your bushing on, then feel free to take the paper off. Okay, the paper just gets in the way. And then you're going to take your L16, slide that over, and ideally, in a perfect world, you're going to see this little red tab sticking through the L16, and that's proof that your bushing is on, your plastic bushing. And that's mandated by the Canadian Electrical Code that you should see the plastic bushing after the ends have been terminated. One end is on, and I'm using my number 2 Robertson screwdriver when I do this. Take the paper off, slide the other end on, and I see my red tab there, and I can tighten this. The reason we're putting connectors on is because when you take a piece of armored cable and you install it into a box, this is the medium for transitioning the cable to a box. And that's it for this video.